Hey everyone, this is Dalton at Dalton95 with another Transformers Legacy Evolution Toxitron G2 collection video, and that is going to be probably the weakest one of the whole thing, that being Laser Cycle, who was supposed to be Laser Cycle Jazz, but since we already have a Jazz in the subline in this wave, they just decided to call the character Laser Cycle. So there they are. I'm not gonna... Well, I might slip into pronouns here and there, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I mean, whatever pronouns you want to use, it's your toy. Do with it as you will. So, there's a character there, using the little shuriken thing as like a shield. Motorcycle mode with them as blades. On the back, 20 steps between robot and vehicle mode. And on the other side, this more kind of... I guess UV reactive style packaging, much like what we saw with, let me see. Nope, I was wrong. Never mind. This is the more subdued version. The one on Cloud cover is still like vibrant and probably way more UV reactive. I won't know until I get a little black light and see, but yeah, so let's get this open and check them out. And here we have Laser Cycle out of their packaging, looking pretty good. Again, this is probably the weakest one of the wave just due to the mold. The RC mold has not been getting very well received figures as of late. I still think the best version of this mold happens to be Flame War. Now that's until I get, you know, Ariel and Dion, but I've heard good things about Ariel, so I'll have to wait and see. But anyways, there's Laser Cycle. Now, they would have called this Jazz, I believe, if, you know, they didn't put the orange Jazz in the same wave. But I think giving the character their own name works fairly well. But let's go ahead and get into paint everything. We got green for the mouth plate, green rims, green on the forearms along with the yellow. You got that fade on the waist piece there. Got green and yellow again. Very much reminds me of like Sprite or 7-Up. Just some sort of citrusy carbonated drink. You got that, and then another G2 Laser Cycle being Road Rocket. So I could see them being an interesting racing duo. But to give them weapon, we got the same weapon we've been getting, just in clear. Just like a very pale clear blue. Not packaging, just use it as a shield. Whoop. So there we go. Articulation is exactly the same, so you got ball jointed head. Just be careful because that is very bright translucent plastic that has been, it's still functional. So you got our universal joint at the shoulder, bicep swivel, 90 at the elbow, wrist rotates 180 degrees up and down. Do get that waist, although it kind of comes undone. Forward and back at the hip, all the way out. Do get that thigh swivel still. 90, a little less than 90 at the knee. Then you got down and up at the foot. And then pretty good ankle tilt. So, yeah. And then as far as this piece goes, I mean, you can take this off and use it as some sort of weird drone like we spoke about before with RC. Although I don't think it serves any purpose for this character other than, you know, having the wheels open on the back, or even just to give a different silhouette. But maybe put those wings out a little bit. Just to make the character look a little bit like their own. Maybe give that kind of door wing element from Jazz, or even something like that. Actually, that looks pretty cool. Kind of makes me think of Rise of the Beast Nightbird with her wings. So, got that. So go ahead and collapse this up. Go ahead and get into the vehicle mode, so we'll straighten out the hands, slide forward the arm guards, collapse the feet, bring this whole section up above the head, like that. Bring the arms down, just partially. Allow you to untab this, bring it forward. And actually want to rotate, bring the legs apart, bring that piece around. Unclip these sections and bring them forward, just like that. Bring this whole section up and around. There you got that. And then it's just a matter of bringing these around, straighten out the arms. You want to make sure that that little tab there goes to that slot there. Oop. And that's been happening. Some of these joints are a little loose. Like I think after Ariel, they should probably put this mold to bed. Got some good characters out of it and some kind of okay characters. I think it's just the mold was not very well thought out from the start as far as like making it a prime RC. Alright, so there we go. And just fold this around to where that goes into that little T-shaped slot. And then into that slot right there on the leg. Same thing on this side. And there we have Laser Cycle in motorcycle mode. So yeah, as a motorcycle, I think this character looks fantastic. Like the colors actually do work here. At least from what I can, how I feel anyways. So yeah, very brightly colored, not overly garish like we've seen with Sideswipe and Dead End, or even Jazz. Put the weapons right there. And then let me get Road Rocket and we'll do a quick comparison. And here we have Laser Cycle with Road Rocket. So yeah, definitely a couple of really nice looking motorcycles as far as the colors go. And of course Flame War looks fantastic too, but I figured just compare these two since they are 100% exactly the same mold. Like there's even though it's just a head difference, I'd rather just see these two compared. We'll probably compare everything when I do Ariel. That way we can see how far the mold has come overall in the past 5 uses. So yeah, there's vehicle mode for Road Rocket. I'll get them back into robot mode, I guess, real quick. Does still roll really well. Even though they don't spin freely, they do not take a ton of pressure to roll around. So that is great. Go ahead and untab these sections from here. Fold those back. Bring that up just out of the way. Untab the wheel. Split it. Bring the legs back. And split the arms. Rotate the waist around, and then it'll kind of clip in just like that. Finish folding that up. Straighten up the legs, bring up the knees. Just like that. Straighten out the feet. Slide the arm back. Whoop. See, that keeps popping off. Bring this up, down, up, and down. Slide that up. Go ahead and take the wheel off and split it. I know I was just talking about differentiation between the two, but I do still like the wheels on the back like that. And so there we have Laser Cycle back in robot mode. So yeah, I mean, not the worst figure out there, but it is definitely the weakest of this wave of the G2 Toxitron collection. I think it's mostly just because of the mold choice. Like, I do like motorcycle bots, but I'm getting so tired of this particular mold. It's not built the best. It does handle well. I mean, it does fit Road Rocket and this character more than it did Prime RC, but I'd like to see more motorcycle designs out there in general. So, like, I don't hate it, but it's not great either. So it's just kind of mid, I guess I'd say. Like, it could have been better, but it also could have been worse. So, but definitely the weakest of this wave, and I think the color scheme has something to do with that. It's not super garish and bright and crazy like some of the others. It's just, yeah, it does stand out, but kind of for the wrong reasons. Not necessarily bad. It's like, oh, who's this fairly regular looking bot on the shelf with these crazy colors? So, I don't know. Just kind of rambling at this point, trying to nitpick, I guess. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's there. It completes the collection. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of Laser Cycle. Be sure to check out all my other videos from the Legacy Evolution collection, as well as my Studio Series videos. Those are down in the playlist. Be sure to check out all the links down in the description as well. I'll catch you next time. See you later.